back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A Wonder Show brought to you by Peloton. Ooh, get that exercise right there at the house, baby. You already know. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Cincinnati Bearcats, baby. Let's go. Got the job done out there in Kansas, man. Crazy games. Shout out to Sorsby and the gang for finding a way to get a dub. Yeah, baby. And for all you 92%ers, new listeners, subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow the show on all social media, and that's at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. And Jason, why don't you tell the people what we got coming up?
92%ers, we've got another great episode. We're going to recap the Chiefs feeling 2-2 and why the offense was rolling against the Ravens.
Rocking and a rolling,
Eagles 4-0, undefeated, still kicking, still going strong. And the rest of week 4 with ties, coaching fights, trips to Ireland, and some of your no-dumb questions.
Hey-o.
But first, we're going to start what we always start with.
What do we always start with, Jason?
A little bit of that new news. New news, old news. New news is brought to you by American Express, one of our proud partners.
Right,
programming update. In case you missed it last week, we dropped 2 episodes. Deion Sanders and an incredible combo with Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro. Now that we're America's number one football and movie podcast, we're going to probably be releasing some episodes that aren't just on Wednesday, because we are getting an inbound of some incredible guests that are going to be hard to pass up. So there will be episodes coming out on Mondays, Fridays. So just, stay up to date with us on all the socials. Subscribe and follow on the YouTube channel so you know when some of these are coming out. We'll do our best anyway to let you guys know when these new episodes are coming out. And how did you feel about the Benicio episode, Travis? You like it?
Dude, it was so much fun. Lenny and Benny. Dude, guys are just one of a kind, aren't they? Even Coach Prime, man. You can't say enough about, what that guy has done for the entirety of sports and how his personality in the 90s has helped give guys like us platforms like this, and people actually want to know who we are off the field and shit like that. So, but the Leo and Benicio episodes, man, I always feel so dumb trying to ask them good questions, but it's at the end of it, it just felt like it was a fun hang with the guys, man.
It was an awesome episode to record, which is the most important for us. Like, if we have fun doing it, that's the biggest thing. And like the fact that we were doing that with Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro is fucking crazy. And it seems like people really enjoyed it, which makes it even better, right?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed, the thing I enjoyed the most was reading comments like Leonardo DiCaprio this podcast is so beneath Leonardo DiCaprio's talent. And I'm like, I don't disagree with you one bit. It is 100% beneath Leonardo DiCaprio. We are not at all qualified to do this. So,
at all, by any means.
I really enjoyed listening to those where it was like, no shit. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Who you telling?
Right.
I'm still don't know how the fuck I got this. What kind of gig is this? I still play football for a living.
Needless to say, it was awesome. And I'm very glad that people enjoyed it. 92%ers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Another bit of new news. Trav, got a birthday coming up, Bubba.
Comes around every year if you're lucky.
October 5th, baby. A little Sunday right before the game. A little birthday game action. What is Travis's stats on birthday games?
I don't think we should look that up.
Why not?
Because I don't think they're very good.
Has it been bad? Your birthday games are bad?
I don't think I've ever had a good game.
Andy's not setting you up with some birthday presents on game day?
Something about my birthday just isn't a fucking,
Is it because you're a Libra?
I don't know, man.
Are you even a Libra? Am I getting that right? I know I'm a Scorpio.
It's not a good day. It's just an annoying day for me. I don't want to get into the Grinch of birthdays, but I'm just not in on birthdays. What?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Celebrating birthdays, although kids' birthdays. Wyatt also has a birthday coming up. So very excited about that. Your birthday.
Just let me live, man.
Unless it's like a big milestone birthday. Like once you get to 40, that's a big one. That's a big one.
40 is no different than 39
You turning 36, like, I don't know. Is there any numerology? What's the numerology with 36? Half of 72.
Yeah.
12 times 3. Baker's dozen. I don't even know where I'm going with this. All right. Exactly, what's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo? What's a Leo?
No, I'm a Libra.
Are you a Libra?
Libra. Yeah.
What are Libra's attributes?
I don't know.
Can we find this out for the birthday game? Jason, did I already get Travis a gift? I haven't gotten Travis a gift on a birthday in a long time.
Yeah, that's
Christmas still happens. Birthdays not as much. In numerology, so we went to numerology. 36 can symbolize celestial authority. Holy shit, that is a strong word. Particularly in Chinese philosophy. Well, we're big Chinese philosophers in this podcast. Considered a sign from angels and ascended masters. That's one's actions and manifesting material needs are divinely guided. Sounds like you're about to have a fucking baller of a game, if you ask me. That's a fucking celestial authority. That's like you're a god. What's the Libra? What do we got for Libra? Dislike conflict, thrive in partnerships, and have a strong appreciation for beauty. Well, they got 2 out of 3. Dislike conflict is not accurate.
I enjoy a little bit of conflicts every now and then.
I go towards the conflict.
For some reason, it comes towards me.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how. It's like I'm a magnet to it, actually.
Happy birthday, Trav. Good luck this week on your birthday game. Celebrating in the wonderful, where else would you rather celebrate a birthday? In Jacksonville. I'm actually going to be with you for your birthday.
Yeah, you
Monday
are.
Night Football. Can't wait.
Oh, you're ready for some football?
It's the best. It's bad. Chris Stapleton does a good job now with the song as well.
Kills it. Him and Snoop. They crush it.
It's also International Podcast Day. I'm only telling you that because Brandon put it in the rundown. I could give 2 fucks about International Podcast Day, so I'm not celebrating. Trav, are you celebrating International Podcast Day?
I'll celebrate International Podcast Day.
Would you rather celebrate International Podcast Day or your birthday?
Yeah, let's do it. Because I don't like just celebrating me. Feels weird. I like celebrating
podcasters,
everyone as a team. I like we have a
that's
great
the group that needs
podcast
it.
team. I like we can celebrate them. So
all right,
free garage beers for everyone
on the team.
Yeah,
there we go. Like that. Well done.
Nice. News brought to you by American Express. Let's move on to some bold topics that wrap up week 4.
Bold Topics is brought to you by Hulu's Chad Powers.
All right, now.
Let's dig into some Chiefs-Ravens. Chiefs 37, Ravens 20. Trav, I guess, go ahead, brother. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, pimp. The Chiefs are back.
We just defended Arrowhead, baby. Arrowhead was fucking rocking on a nice 3 p.m. afternoon on Sunday. Felt good, man. It felt good.
Sure
The energy on the sideline was fucking electric.
Yes, it was.
It just felt like everybody was into the game, watching every single play. When you got guys on special teams flying around, cracking heads, and you got guys on the sideline getting excited for those guys, and anybody making just a first down, it's just all of that shit is so infectious, man. And it's a big win for us. Obviously, Ravens banged up, man. They've had a few tough games here. Within the first 4 weeks, and then on top of that, I'm having to travel to KC on a short week. Not an easy task, man. Not an easy task on the short weeks, knowing that we got one coming up here. But hats off to the Ravens. I respect so many guys over there, and have so much love for the coaching staff and how they do things over there, man. But Coach Reid got us rolling this week, man. And that offensive line, we got the run game going with Isaiah. We got our young guy, Rashard Smith, obviously Kareem Hunt. He's getting every first down possible on third downs and making hay when he can in the pass game. And when Patty Mahomes is rolling like that, man, god damn, that shit's fun, man.
It's going to be difficult. The Chiefs offense was ridiculous. Shout out to Andy Reid and Matt Nagy for getting this thing right. Shout out to Xavier Worthy. It was a big day for the Chiefs, and it was a big day to have Taylor's second favorite player back, Xavier Worthy. I mean, dude, it is crazy how much that threat of speed and vertical ability to push the ball down the field affects the entire offense.
Yeah.
And I know it's more complicated than that, but I've played with quarterbacks or when you kind of lack that ability, it shrinks everything and what you're able to do. It really is an important part of the game. And it was evident right from the get-go of the game. The end around designed to him, the reverse assigned to Worthy was fantastic as well. But those catches down the field opened up so much. And the run game was going, like you said. It was just such a more explosive, but also a well-functioning offense right from the get-go. So against one of the best teams in the NFL over the last, 7, 8 years, 10 years. I mean, actually, really since the Baltimore Ravens have been in Baltimore, like these guys have been one of the better teams in the NFL.
They're that organization ran right.
The organization is incredible. They're well coached, and they have great players. And I know they're banged up, but to have the game you guys did against the Baltimore Ravens, I thought was very impressive. I know they're coming off of a very tough game, very physical game against the Lions.
Yeah, past 2 weeks. Buffalo before that, yeah.
Yeah, outstanding offensive performance. The defense is the defense. They've been killing it. But the offensive performance really took it to another level. Worthy went for 5 receptions. And Taylor's got good taste in football players. 5 receptions, 83 yards, 2 carries for 38 yards. It was just so apparent how much more electric the offense was having him back. And other players have stepped up too. I think Xavier deserves so much credit. Tyquan Thornton is like a legitimate player for you guys. Like guy has really come on. We've mentioned Juju didn't have like the biggest impact in this last one, but he's been impactful all through the start of the season.
A lot of big time first down catches. Listen, Juju's in there. Yeah. We got Hollywood Brown making plays.
Hollywood Brown, another touchdown.
Got him in the end zone again. It's just when everybody's getting a piece of the pie like this, man, it's so much fucking fun, man. It's so much fun, man. And you're talking about Xavier and his speed down the field, but I don't think enough is said about what he does with just the ball in his hands. Like you said, the end around, we can throw a little bubble screen out to him, just throw a hitch to him or get him in like a play action pass in the flat. Whatever the play design is, we get the ball in his hands, it's even harder for the defense to tackle the guy, you know?
But it's a good point because I think a lot of the times speed guys are linear players.
Yeah.
And all they offer is that straight line type stuff or like a post. Xavier is actually more, at least appearing more and more similar to what you guys lost when you lost Tyreek Hill. And we can talk about that injury in a second, but that dynamic ability to do all those things underneath and the gadget plays, it keeps a defense so honest and they have to respect, and the box widens and the safeties have to be ready to react to all that stuff. It is a dynamic part of an offense that really
a lot of attention needs to be put on that guy, man, and that just makes it easier on everybody. 1-5 included, offensive line included, and the big guys got us rolling in the run game, which really got everything started off the right way there in that first half.
Yeah. Also, we talked about a second, Chiefs defense. I mean, listen, they played unbelievable against the Eagles. They played great last week against the Giants, and they went up against probably one of the most first of all, run efficient teams in the last 7, 8 years since Lamar's been there, and especially since Derrick Henry's been there, even though Henry's kind of having a slow start to this season, and one of the most high-powered scoring offenses. And they went out and had themselves a day again.
A few turnovers, man.
Turnovers make a big deal. You're right. But yeah, I just think it's, again, Spags and the Chiefs defense has really come on. They're playing potentially better than they've ever played over these last couple of weeks. It's really been impressive. Chris Jones arrived in Arrowhead a half hour before kickoff in a more somber note, but shout out for him to being able to come and play football, man. It could not have been easy for him. You saw him after the game address it, tearing up. For those of you that don't know, a half hour before the game, Chris Jones had to come because he was attending a funeral back in Mississippi where I believe his aunt passed away.
One of our absolute brothers and one of our favorite people, a friend of the show. But most of all, I've known Chris for, I got to say, close to 10 years now. I think he's in his 10th year or so. And I just love the dude, who he is, what he stands for, what he's meant to this community, what he's meant to this team, the leadership. I mean, can't say enough about him and what he's done with his career and how he still is hungry to go get after it even more. And for him to have that funeral that day, we would have found a way to hold it down without him, and would have played for him if he wasn't there. But it just shows, what this game is, and he said it best. It's an escape, man. It's an escape from reality, and those Sundays, man. Sometimes it's just it's something that you need to get your mind off of the reality of things, man. We love Chris, and our hearts are with his family and everybody back in Mississippi, man. But superstar player, superstar human.
Yeah, man. And yeah, everybody handles grief differently. But, I think this is what you just said rings true with a lot of football players. Like obviously Chris played this week. There's the iconic moment where Brett Favre plays after his father passes.
Yeah.
Football ends up being a sanctuary for a lot of guys, and it's your family. It really is like a family outside of your actual family. And it's a place where you get to go and you just get to do something you've loved your whole life and forget about some of the stuff that is really weighing on you hard, or you get to play and you feel like you honor that person in some way. So, shout out to Chris. I know it couldn't have been easy, but
still probably not easy for him. But
yeah,
we love him for making the effort, man, and going out and fucking balling. Knowing
up Derrick Henry hard on this 3rd and short. Let's check out that freaking
home opener this year to the Eagles, week 2, and here on a 3rd and 1, the Kansas City defense to open up the 4th quarter.
It's crazy.
Go back and rewind this real quick.
When you
did he do this with Daniel Falele trying to block him?
And the funeral of a loved one down in Mississippi.
Our thoughts and prayers with him and his family. And boy,
he just tossed. I think he tossed the right guard.
Well, he probably got a little bit of foot traffic, Falele, but still, you know how big Falele is?
Oh, this is what I'm saying, man.
He is fucking enormous. Like one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he's got to be close to 400 pounds.
Dude, it's always funny. Me and Chris have some of the same, like at least workout schedules. Like whenever I'm lifting weights, he's in there too. And I'm just like, man, I can't feel good about myself one fucking time in that goddamn weight room, man.
Chris?
Dude, no, yeah, Chris is in there, and I see what he's lifting versus what I'm lifting, and like what he's doing versus what I'm just sitting there like, man, I'm just trying to fucking feel good about the fucking weight that I'm putting up and fucking getting after it, and it's like when he's lifting twice as much, and
Chris is getting after it like that in the weight room.
Dude, what?
What's he lifting?
Look at you, you're all fired up, man.
I want to know. I want to get in there with Chris, dude. I tried to squat 500 pounds the other day. I went out and ran because I wanted to see if I could still run fast. And then I went in and made the mistake of trying to squat a bunch of weight after I did that. Try to put 500 pounds on the bar like I used to be able to.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
I got folded like a fucking bitch. I was so upset. I just like.
Did you? You said you were getting back in it.
Oh, I'm gonna go prove to myself I can do it this week because I can't live with myself not thinking I can do that anymore. Leo Chenal, first interception of the season was sick. Yes, it was. I don't know how the fuck he made this play.
Dude, this dude Leo is a baller, man.
John Cena.
Dude. Dun, 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 dun.
Are his hands soft like that? I mean, to be able to reach back in one hand this thing.
He's just an all-around athlete, man. The guy's just powerful, can run. Just a ball player, man.
And you can't even like fault Lamar on. I mean, I guess Lamar could have put it a little bit further out in front, but like, dude, there is no way I'm throwing the ball to Mark Andrews and thinking Leo Chenal is going to come away with a one-handed interception like this. Like, I would never expect this to happen. And Leo, baller. Look at that play, dog.
It's one of those, when you're on the bench and you see it happen, you just jump off the bench and fucking get so hyped, man. That stadium was rocking.
Did he used to play DB? Man. Like when
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he at some point he might have played every position in football. I don't know. He's got that savviness to where you could probably put him anywhere you need. But
I don't think people realize how hard it is to guard somebody in man-to-man coverage, be locked onto him, turn around and have the ball skills to make that play. Like that was absurd. Hell of a play.
Crazy fucking play, especially early on. I think we had just kicked a field goal. They were up 7-3. So like we're looking for a defensive stop to get us back out there. And sure enough, Leo comes up with a huge fucking play. Only got 3 out of it, but nonetheless put up some points and got a nice highlight out of it.
No doubt. Yeah, for those of you wondering, it might be Fa'alele, or it's just Falele. 6'8", 370 pounds.
Yeah, damn.
He's a monster. I've stood next to the guy. It's eye-catchingly big. Big man. I bet the 370 is wrong, too. That's like a roster rate when you get so heavy that they start like going down. I'm serious. That dude is 400 pounds. You're not convincing me otherwise. That dude is he's a couple cheeseburgers away in the morning after he puts his in some bottles of water, and then all of a sudden he's 400. There ain't no way. And then the one guy that we got to talk about is Patty Mahomes. No question about it. A lot has been made about not taking as many shots down the field, yada, yada. The big playability's gone. Is Pat Mahomes as good as he was? I love hearing the stuff that starts to go after like 4 or 5 games. Like, I don't know. If you look at a couple years now, he hasn't been the same. Like, I cannot wait. Worthy's back. I know you guys are getting Rasheed back in a couple games. This offense, I really feel like it's about to take off. Like, it's exciting to watch. And I can't wait to see Mahomes be like back to what everybody should be rightfully clarifying him as. So Mahomes became both the youngest at 30 years, 11 days old, and the fastest at 116 regular season games to pass for 250 touchdowns in a career. The other thing that was fun, Worthy was a big part of it, but Pat still found a way to spread it around. Like, there were so many guys that were touching that ball and making plays. And it's, we already talked about it. Yeah. Juju.
We got a lot. It's some of those RPOs, man. I know a lot of people are like, I'm out on the RPOs here and there. But Pat, I think, had like 40, 50 yards at least alone on RPOs. And that's him being that Texas gunslinger out there, baby. Just out there throwing it from the hip, throwing it sidearm over the top of guys, around guys. And really forcing the defense to have to make the decision. Are we going to fucking defend the pass, or are we going to have to get in here inside the box and really get after the run? And that puts a strain on the defense. And that's why they work so well. Obviously our under center runs, we love those too, because we love to play action off of those, or at least I do. But at the same time, it's like, man, what Pat Mahomes does best is he sees the field and he finds ways to get the ball to guys. In those RPOs, man. And,
here's what happened. And I hate when people make blanket statements like, "Oh, RPOs aren't as good anymore." It's like, insane. It all fucking works. You just got to protect it. Like, yeah, if you come out and every time you're in a fucking 2x2 set on first and second down and the back is to the receivers right there and you run an RPO, yeah, no shit, it's not going to work because the defense knows what you're about to do, right? But if you go and do these things out of unique formations, or you do other things like sluggos off of them and things that exploit players cheating RPOs, like, you're still going to be just fine, all right? There's no question they have a place in it. So does play action under center. Don't get me started. I'm fucking
dude. I love a good balanced attack on it all, man.
Here's what it all comes down to. It's all like was it Sun Tzu's Art of War? Like, dude, know your enemy and make sure your enemy doesn't know you. That's pretty much it. And know the terrain. That's to be successful in battle.
Know the terrain. You got to know
the terrain. What kind of cleats you're going to wear? What's the weather that's going to happen? Where are we at? Right? Know your enemy. Right? Yep. Know what they do well, what they do out of their formations. How do we stop them? And what do we want to exploit on their defense? And then don't be predictable. Anyways, I don't even know what the fuck started that rant. Travis, is the version of the Chiefs what you expected for them coming into the season? We've already kind of answered that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's even more. I think you could assume that Tyquan Thornton was going to have the year he's having, and you can assume that,
Well, I didn't assume that. I know you did. I could. Based off of just what we've shown in practice and everything like that. But I think,
even Xavier's taken his game up to another level. I think he's taken his game to, with the ball in his hands, he seems more comfortable. He sees the field better. So I think it's exceeding expectations in my mind, and we just got to keep that thing rolling.
Peloton is changing the game in fitness with the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus, powered by Peloton IQ. And let me tell you, this thing is like having your own elite training camp at home.
Oh, okay, Jason. How have you liked working out with your Peloton?
It's right there. It's always where I need it. Sitting in the corner, sitting back there. I got the bike, do it on the tread. I'm a big tread guy. I like the tread. And then you can watch shows. You can watch instructors. It's just a great product.
And something else that's really cool, the screen swivels now, so you can easily go from running to strength training or stretching. There's so many classes that Peloton has that you can click on, and moving the screen around just makes it so you don't have to move that heavy old bike or tread. It's like having a whole training facility right there, one place, one equipment.
It is nice, and having the trainer access is good. Oh, and Peloton IQ actually counts your reps and corrects your form with intelligent strength coaching, which we definitely need when working out at home. And get this, it tracks your progress and can even suggest weights to help you level up your strength game. The rep counter is nice.
I also heard that Peloton IQ creates personalized workout plans based on your goals. In each class, you're coached by instructors who bring that energy you need. And that's what Peloton's all about. Matching your energy and elevating your game to help you get to the next level. Whether you're just starting out or you're, I don't know, like a vet like Jason is.
Let yourself run, lift, flex, push, go, more. Explore the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
Thank you to our sponsor, American Express.
Hey, the American Express Platinum Card is now better than ever. With updated benefits to help you unlock unforgettable experiences, you can access the largest global airport lounge network and global hotel program with a suite of benefits as compared to other credit card programs.
Nice. Plus, with their dining benefits, over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants and exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide. Platinum membership means you can turn the ordinary into extraordinary.
There's nothing like landing a table at one of the hottest restaurants. And when you enroll with the Amex Platinum, you can also get up to $100 back each quarter on eligible Resi purchases at participating Resi restaurants.
Ooh, gotta love a little $100 back. Who doesn't love getting something back when they're trying new things and new spots? Jason, God.
Couldn't agree more. And with an array of premium travel, dining, and entertainment benefits, all backed by American Express's award-winning service, Platinum membership brings experiences to a whole new level. It's true what they say. There's nothing like Platinum. I didn't know people said that. It's pretty nice.
Now they do. It
is true.
Yeah. Terms apply, though. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withplatinum.
Thank you to our partner, Hulu's Chad Powers.
Watch Hulu's all-new original series, Chad Powers, starring Glenn Powell. It's streaming right now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. And let me tell you, this show it's a wild ride, baby.
8 years after flushing his college football career down the toilet, hotshot quarterback Russ Halladay is determined to reclaim his former glory by disguising himself as Chad Powers, an oddball athletic talent who walks onto the struggling South Georgia Catfish, determined to once again take college football by storm.
But this hilarious half-hour comedy series isn't just about football. It's a heartfelt comedy story that everyone can relate to. So don't miss Glenn Powell as Russ Halladay and Chad Powers.
Two identities, one icon, zero shame. The all-new Hulu original series, Chad Powers, now streaming with new episodes Tuesdays. And if you're a bundle subscriber, you can also stream it on Hulu, on Disney+. Terms do apply. All righty. Rest of week 4. Obviously, there's some other big stories across the league.
Some of the other big stories around the league: Eagles 31, Bucks 25. And the Bucks were rolling into this thing pretty hot, looking like one of the best teams in the NFC. And sure enough, the Eagles, still the Eagles, man.
Eagles got
put up a big time 31 points on the Bucks defense, who was pretty stout so far this year. And Jason, why don't you tell everybody what the hell this game was?
Well, the one touchdown was a block punt, return for a touchdown. I mean, the Eagles jumped out to a tremendous start. They got the block punt early. There was an interception. The turnovers, again, were in the favor of the Eagles. In the first half, the offense, I think, scored on their first 4 possessions, if I have that right. So got out to a really fast start in Tampa, which is always important on the road. But they struggled in the second half. And this is the way the offense has kind of been this year, where first half against the Cowboys to start the season, they get out to a great start and are really functioning well, really up until that lightning delay. Then they do a second half against the Rams, all of a sudden strike fire and have an amazing comeback win at home against LA. And then this past week, first half is great. The offense is functioning really good, and then it kind of stalls out. So they've had pieces where the offense has looked really good, and then other pieces where it struggled. A lot is being made of another game of A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley not having the numbers that we're accustomed to seeing out of them. So listen, it's probably the most scrutinized 4-0 team that I've potentially ever seen, and a part of that is like
I know a few of them.
All right, that's fair, but usually that happens.
They're getting some heat though because they won the Super Bowl. You know,
that's right. That was about you beat me to it.
Their stars aren't, having the 100 and a touchdown, 100-yard touchdown games that they would hope that their contracts would emulate. And it's silly. 4-0. Are you kidding me?
That's my thing. Like, listen, I get that the expectations are higher. And listen, they need to fix things on offense. There's no question about that. But I don't think that we should lose sight of the fact that we have a fucking great team in Philadelphia that is 4-0, has beaten some really good teams, right? And we should be very happy with that. And we have to at least understand, yes, they need to get better on offense. But the bottom line is we have a really good team in Philadelphia. We should be fired up to watch these guys play every single week and happy and excited about that. I know I am. So a lot has been made about A.J. Brown struggling to get the ball. What can we do to get him the ball? Because he's a good player. He should be getting the ball. A lot of people are making out about this tweet that was cryptic in some ways. I mean, it's not really that cryptic if you really think about it. If you're,
it is what it is.
If you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way.
You're 4-0, boss. Come on, man.
I don't think this is where you and I disagree a little bit a couple weeks ago. I don't think it's unfathomable that a player of A.J. Brown's caliber, I think that he should be upset that he is not being utilized in this offense. I think that is a normal feeling, and I think he should feel comfortable explicitly saying that to the coaches and players within that locker room. I do. I don't think that that's like a dick move, a selfish move. AJ knows the level of player he is and what he can do to offenses. And we as an offense know everybody should be upset that AJ's not getting the ball. And I guarantee they are. They're trying to force it to him. It needs to be done in a better way. But one of the things about this quote is, if you're not welcome, not listened to, quietly withdraw, don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. Everyone should be really happy that AJ Brown is not doing that. Like, by him tweeting this, he's literally not doing the tweet, right? He's being vocal and he's telling everybody, I'm fucking not happy with what's happening right now. And he shouldn't be. Are there better ways to do this than by tweeting it out? Potentially.
To each his own.
I don't think it's as simple as just throw the ball to AJ Brown more. I think that
that's not how this thing works in the NFL. Like,
it involves everybody. Like, AJ Brown can do better. Jalen Hurts can, I'm sure, get the ball to him more in other situations. And the coaches can do a better job of trying really hard to make this player happy and make him be a weapon. Like, we shouldn't be just getting him the ball to make him happy. We should be getting him the ball because he's a fucking baller. Like, it's not even about making AJ happy. We should be getting him the ball.
Go deep, AJ. It's just like, no, like what?
Well, I'm just saying.
And more. No, I hear you.
It's not about getting him the ball to make him happy. It's about getting him the ball because to be the best offense we can be, we need to get him the ball. And the same thing goes with Saquon Barkley. It's been good at times in Philadelphia, and in certain halves, the offense has functioned really well. Oh, yeah. It needs to be better. And I'm sure that those guys are hard at work this week. They're very happy to be 4-0. Nick Sirianni's done a great job leading these guys to this point. Defense is playing really well. Offense has been hit or miss at times, but they still have great players. And I got to think they're going to find a way to make A.J. Brown, get him his touches. They have to. If they want to be the best version of the Philadelphia Eagles they can be, it's going to involve A.J. Brown getting his touches and Saquon Barkley becoming an integral part of this offense in the run game and in the pass game.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing with receiver. We talk about it all the time, and I always almost have the receivers back now, especially as I've gotten older.
Date back to your days playing receiver.
I think about that often. I really do. Receiver is the most frustrating position on the field. It really is.
It is.
Because everything else is reliant on you making a play. Like, yes.
No, you're relying on everything else is what
I mean. You can run. So. Yeah, I think that.
Like, you're not only relying on the play call,
you got to do your job. You got to run a great route and get open.
To block the quarterback to put it somewhere in the right vicinity.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes. It's a frustrating ass position at times.
It's frustrating for AJ right now, clearly, because he's going to social media to let everybody know how frustrated he is. And where I show my frustration is when we're not rolling as an offense. And I think it's frustration. It's the desire to get it fixed. Yep. It's also really hard for me to get mad when we're winning. I think I don't find that energy or that feeling in me if we're winning, if we're having success, if we're putting up points, if we're winning football games. So I think the biggest thing for, that desire to want to be a part of the game more, it just comes to practices. It comes to, that relationship I got with the quarterback. I feel like whenever I was searching for more opportunities in the game, I would just, after every single rep in practice after every single, conversation in the meeting rooms about a certain play. I'd go up to Pat or go up to the coaches and make sure they know that I'm on the same page as them in some form or fashion, And I think that's always a better option in my mind. Well, I can't say that I've never gotten frustrated and
clammed up
lashed out and done something to make sure everyone knows this is how I feel about it. We all love the fucking game. We all want to fucking win, and we all want to have fun doing it. And as a pass catcher, having that ball in your hands is the most fun thing you can fucking do in the NFL.
And I'm glad you brought up going to the coaches, going to the quarterback, because communication is always the answer. Like, that's the only way it's going to get better. And that should work. I expect it to work. Even if it doesn't, though, at least you're trying to make it better. If you just walk away, if you just get so frustrated that you're not even going to talk to it, it's never going to get better.
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse. So, I know the frustration is there, but that can't be the answer. And I know AJ knows that, and I know that he was just frustrated. Listen, him tweeting that out, it puts some added pressure now on the Eagles coaching staff and on Jaylen to make sure he gets touches in this next game. It just does.
And it puts it on him, baby. You got to.
It does. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Got to go out there and go to work, brother.
Oh, man. Wonderful, wonderful. Love talking about that stuff. When you're 4-0.
Dude.
To me, the fact that we're 4-0 and we still haven't even had our best players involved in the offense.
They're looking up, baby.
Brother, look what happened with the Chiefs. The Chiefs have struggled on offense. All of a sudden, they got that figured out, and they blew the fucking brakes off of the Ravens, one of the best teams in the league over the past, decade. So to me, I'm optimistic as a motherfucker right now, but we do got to get it fixed. There's no question about that.
Yeah, and I got to catch the ball. One guy that isn't frustrated right now is Jaylen Carter. Jaylen Carter comes out and said, I'd rather have a bad game with a dub than 6 sacks with a loss. I'd rather play as a team and we eat off each other, man.
I get that. Yeah. How about this? I want 6 sacks and a win. That's what I want when I'm a fucking baller-ass defensive end. That's what I want. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I don't think it's that simple. If you're a great player in this league, you want to affect the game, especially if you're paid to be the guy.
All eyes are looking at you to get those opportunities. That's the biggest thing.
I get what he's saying. I really do. And I think that's the right mentality that the team should be spreading. And that's the right mentality as a player in the league. But the reality is, if you're a fucking beast and you're a competitor, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. That is the fucking mentality you go out there with. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
If I'm fucking going over here and just doing pass blocking all day and you're not getting me out at the second level, you're not calling the plays that allow me to be a dynamic run blocking player that has been great in the league for a number of years, I am damn sure going to the coach and be, hey, remember now, you get me out in the second level. We have some high success on the runs with this stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think that makes you a bad teammate to be. I don't think it makes you selfish. I really don't. I think that makes you a competitive person that wants to have success, and you want your team to have success, and you know how much you can be a part of it too.
Yeah. The biggest thing is just being understanding of what that's causing in terms of the eyes on everybody. How you're doing that and how you're voicing it, that's what you want to be aware of and cautious of. Final thoughts on the Birds. Who they got coming up?
Oh my gosh. Eagles, Broncos. That's everybody talking about Pat Surtain following AJ. It'll be interesting to see what the Eagles game plan is. Listen, the Broncos last year, one of the best defenses in the NFL. They were unbelievable blitzing. They've kind of been hit or miss a little bit with the blitz this year. Coming off a big win just last night against the Cincinnati Bengals, who obviously don't have Joe Burrow. Bo Nix, who has struggled, all of a sudden had a decent game. He looked pretty good. He was throwing the ball pretty well, had some good runs. The offense in general was really dynamic and had some good toss cracks. They had an end-around play that went for a big score with Marvin Mims. So, listen, the Broncos are a really, really good team this year. It's a big test for the Philadelphia Eagles, a really good test against a really good defensive personnel team, especially in the back end with Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
Surtain.
White corner.
Surtain.
Yeah. Surtain and Moss.
He ain't white.
Moss.
Well, is he?
The other corner.
They got a white corner?
They're one of the best defenses in the league with a white corner last year.
They better go after him then. That's all I'm going to say.
Remember you were talking about how he's hiding his complexion. He's got the long sleeves.
Is that what it was? I would hide it too. The moment I see it, I'm going right at him. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, he's a good player.
I don't care. I mean, it doesn't work with Cooper DeJean. Cooper's a baller, but we're going to test him. We're going to test that guy. Caucasian in the backfield, we're testing him.
All right, moving on to the rest of week 4. Jags beat the 49ers. We got the Jags on Monday night, man, and they were rolling against San Fran this past weekend, 26-12. And we got a coach fight.
Who doesn't love a good coach fight? I love a good coach fight.
Robert Saleh accused Liam Cohen of having an advanced sign-stealing system. Interesting.
Nice. Good for Liam. Well, smart.
Liam post-game, keep my name out your mouth.
He didn't do it like that, though. Did you watch the clip?
Duval. No, what did he say?
No, he did, but he did it after he'd already walked. He walked by and threw his little temper tantrum as he was walking by Robert Saleh, who was trying to go up and shake his hand. And then when he was a good distance away, that's when he shouted, "Keep my name out your fucking mouth," while players are kind of holding back. He was, listen, I can guarantee you this.
Hold me back.
Dude, fuck off. Everybody in the NFL steals signals to a certain extent. I'm not buying this bullshit.
Why are they signals if they're like, what do you mean? Steal signals is so crazy.
If you're dumb enough on defense, if you're dumb enough to do this and every time go to cover 4, you're a fucking idiot. What do you want me to say?
What are we doing? I'm calling that out. I'm telling everyone on the offense, cover 4.
Yeah.
I'm
if you're on the sideline as a coach and every time you do this in like a 2-minute situation or whatever, it's whatever blitz, that's on you, motherfucker. Be better at signaling. I am so over, some people view Tom Brady like he's still saying, listen, he beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. You know what I think? Really fucking smart by those guys. They fucking outsmarted you, stupid fucks. What do you want me to say? You're the fucking idiot, stupid enough to get your signal stolen. I got no.
Why are we using signals? If it's supposed to, everyone's allowed to figure it out. What do you mean? No, you use signals to hide how you communicate.
Yeah. Be better at signaling.
Be better at signals.
What do you want me to say? And if they're good at stealing signals, that's a trait. Good for them. Steal the fucking signals. If they're stupid, if they know you're good at stealing the signals, which apparently everybody does according to Robert Saleh, and you're still stealing those signals, they're fucking idiots. I don't even know what we're talking about. What are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about either. I think we're talking about how Robert Saleh said, I'll fuck your world up. You don't want to fuck with me, I will fucking end your life.
I mean, that's the reality.
Damn, I love football, man.
I love coaches fighting with each other. I am a big fan of it.
I love it.
I saw Marty Morningwig. I forget who the D coordinator was one year. They ran some pressure in a preseason game. These two dudes are fucking jawing back and forth at the middle of the field. I'm like, fuck yeah, Marty, go get them. Maybe it gives the Jags some energy. I would have liked him to say it right up in his face, though. I would have liked to have seen that.
I wish he would have just looked at him and been like, Duval.
That would have been the best. Yeah. Don't even act like a hard ass. Just be like, Duval.
Just troll his ass.
That would have been so much better. That would have been 10 times better.
Oh, man.
Nice job signaling today, bitch. That would have been. Still got him.
Who had the most down bad quote of the week? Titans rookie quarterback Cam Ward, after the loss versus the Texans, said that if we're keeping it a buck, we're ass.
It's one of those that you need to actually hear him say it for it even to hit better. Can we play this clip?
I mean, we keeping a buck right now. We ass. So we 0-4. We have. This point, we got nothing to lose. We dropped a quarter of our fucking games, and we've yet to do anything. So we have to lock in, especially myself. On the offensive line, from the defensive line, from the special teams, to all three faces, we have to play together. We have not played together this year yet. And that's just something that, we want to preach about it every day. Every day we got to do better, and we're doing that, but it has to show up on Sundays. It hasn't showed up yet, but it got to show up next week.
I love it.
What, man? I fucking love it out of the young guy, man.
It's fantastic.
I've only seen a few social clips of hearing him talk, but if that's how you're talking about the team and the frustrations and moving forward, how to get it, man, fucking
took ownership.
Let's do it, dude. Let's go.
Talked about him not living up to the standard and then saying that the team needs to live up to it. And there's something about if we keeping it a buck, we're ass. that I like because it puts it in like a lot of the times you get up in the press conference, you're very much speaking in like these like cliche things. You're giving generic answers to not give people sound bites. There's something that's very refreshing about somebody speaking very organically and authentically like, yeah, this ain't going to get it fucking done. And it's bullshit. And I think it's a good sign. I like that out of Cam Ward. Motherfucker throws the ball hard as fuck. If you watch him play, that dude fucking zips it. He's got to get a little bit of touch on it. I mean, he's like throwing it through somebody's chest. For keeping it a buck, he's going to break somebody's sternum.
For Brett Favre.
No doubt. But no, I like the quote. We got Breece Hall.
Yeah, what else we got? Yeah, Breece Hall. What does he say?
Breece Hall, Jets teams shoot themselves in the foot, then we come back and shoot ourselves in the head.
Oh, fuck.
I will say the Jets, that's a great way to describe it. The Jets offense just continually was messing up their own shit last night between penalties, turnovers, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it was not a great performance. But I mean, I guess we want to look optimistically. They did some good things for a while. Like they ran the ball pretty well. Just, yeah.
Get those red zone fumbles and turnovers, man. Fuck, it'll kill you. Yeah, I'd say Cam Ward won that one.
I'm with you.
Cowboys Packers tie.
Yeah, man.
It's disgusting. I was watching McAfee today and what is it, Bruce Arians?
Bruce Arians? I love Bruce Arians. He has some bang
Bruce
quotes.
Arians had an interesting way to handle ties. He said he was one of the guys that when they changed the overtime rules to 10 minutes.
Each team possession or 10 minutes, okay, yeah.
10 minutes, that he was for it. But he also threw out there that if it ends in a tie at that point, just put the ball at the 8. And everybody gets 3 downs to fucking get the ball in the end zone.
They need to do something. Ties should not happen.
Ties are just
we need
worst,
to stop it.
Man.
And I feel like, I don't know that it increases the chances, but it feels like now that each team gets a possession, it feels like it increases the chance of tying as opposed to sudden death. Yeah. Like I would rather it be sudden death. Just let the first team with the ball go score and win. If they don't, the other team wins. I'm out on the fucking ties. I don't want to see them. I don't like them.
They're so deflating.
I do like them trying to figure out something. Make a great
football game feel like, why did I watch that?
I just watch that?
Why did I watch that?
And I think after overtime is over, I think they could do something very simple. We're just going to do one random ass. I want it to be Nutcracker. Have 2 guys get Nutcracker. Whoever tackles the other guy to the ground first, he fucking wins the game. Gladiator style. That's what I want to see.
Sumo wrestler.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care that it has nothing to do with football. I just want this game over, and I want to have a team that wins it. I don't want to tie, and that sounds electric as fuck. Let's have fucking Fa'alele and Jordan Mailata, 400-pounders, sumo wrestle basically in the middle of the field to decide who's winning this motherfucker.
Sign me up. I'd pay to see that.
Anyways, it was a great high-scoring game. Not a lot of defense played. Dak Prescott is playing his ass off right now. George Pickens had his first big game in a Cowboys uniform with CeeDee Lamb out, had a number of big-time catches, and he was still spreading the ball around. Ferguson and Tolbert. Like the Cowboys offense is looking really good. As much heat as Brian Schottenheimer got for being the head coach, the offense is looking real good right now in Dallas. Defense, got to pick it up. They're still struggling a little bit. But offense looks good. Packers, big kind of fallback. I mean, they've looked the best through the first 3 weeks, and they go out and tie with this kind of performance. It's a rough one. Lose last week against Cleveland.
Any given Sunday, baby.
Dude, that's the way the season's been.
That's the NFL.
This is why I kind of hate
forever, dude.
Well, it's also why I kind of hate the first quarter of the season because there's so much changes through the first 4 games. Like the first week, everybody's like, Detroit sucks. And then they're beating the fuck out of everybody the last 3 weeks. And then the next week, it's like, fucking the Chiefs don't got it anymore. Pat Mahomes, he's not even a top 10 quarterback anymore. And then they go out and do this. Okay, fuck, looks like they're back to a Super Bowl. Fucking, it's just like, what the fuck are we even talking about? And I got to go up there on the TV and be like, oh yeah, they can't do it with Ben Johnson. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Jared Goff looks fucking fantastic. Dude, it's fucking, the first 4 games is like, I mean, you can't, like, I'm like, oh yeah, Green Bay's a Super Bowl contender. Damn, okay, they just got fucking, yeah. So,
dude, that's the beauty of the NFL, man.
Yeah,
anybody can go down and anybody can find a way, man. You get schemed up in a fucking heartbeat in this goddamn league, man.
Dude, Jerry Jones had a great quote. Did you read this?
Why isn't his quote
it's there. It says it was if a tie is he was asked by a reporter if a tie is like kissing your sister, And he said,
I've never kissed my sister, so how's it taste?
it's a great comment. Because who's kissed their sister? How do they know?
Nobody should know what that
Shouldn't know what that is. I think it's actually illegal. Well, is kissing illegal or is it just fornication? All right, moving on.
Meanwhile, a source says, there's no way to have a relationship when they're all over the place with work. It's going to be easier now to find time to go over plans and make sure everything aligns. Taylor wants to go to multiple places in Europe and somewhere tropical. They're still madly in love, and their relationship just keeps getting better and better. Travis Kelce's 13-year relationship with Chiefs head coach Andy Reid has had its share of memorable moments, including Week 3 when the two engaged in a sideline spat on Sunday Night Football. On Friday ahead of Week 4, Kelsey took a moment to address the chatter surrounding the viral moment, which saw Reid bump him during the exchange. And, while some speculated Kelsey may have been upset with his role or the game plan, the veteran tight end confirmed he and Reid's rapport remains as strong as ever. "I love that guy, man," Kelsey said, per The Athletic. "There's nothing outside of this building that's gonna make me feel any different way. And, we know exactly each other's intentions. I think what Coach Reid does best is he challenges guys to be at their best. And, I love that about him. It definitely helped me take my game to another level." Kelsey's latest co-sign for his coach's methods echoes comments Reid made himself following the Chiefs' 22-9 win over the Giants. "Don't make too much of it. He's a passionate guy and I love that part," said Reid, via NBC Sports. "I've been through a lot of things with him, so that's all part of it. I love that he loves to play the game. That's what I love. It's an emotional game, so I'll take it." Judging on their comments, neither Kelsey nor Reid suggest there's trouble in paradise. Of course, given Week 3 and Kelsey's famous bump of Reid in Super Bowl 58, that won't stop curious fans from keeping an eye out to see how they'll stand their ground when they next meet on the sidelines. The 35-year-old Shake It Off star has been spending time in the kitchen, baking her favorite treats, and who better to share them with than her fiancé, fellow 35-year-old Travis Kelce? While joining him on his podcast recently, she revealed that she would treat him while he's away at NFL training camps. Discussing their relationship, Swift, who announced their engagement via Instagram on August 26, opened up to her fans about how she makes him homemade treats, complete with custom labels and song-inspired puns. "It's crazy how many puns you can make because you do the whole. I got bread bags and I've got labels, and so you can really go for it with the puns," she said. "You go, are you bread wife for it?" she cracked, referencing her song. "Ready for it?" The US pop star kept going, joking about the lyrics to Love Story. "It's a loaf story, baby, just say yeast," she joked, as Kelsey laughed. She did manage to stump Kelsey when she revealed her pun for her song read. "Loafing him was bread," she said as Kelsey looked confused. "You don't know that song, it's okay. It wasn't on the tour," she said. It comes as Taylor Swift has officially announced her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. The hit singer revealed the album on August 12, leading fans into a frenzy. In the teaser clip, Swift opens a mint green briefcase marked TS, announcing, "This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl," during her podcast appearance. She has now confirmed the album will be released on October 3, 2025, her first original album since finishing the record-breaking The Tortured Poets Department and her historic Eras tour. Taylor has sold more than 300 million records worldwide. As well as her 11 studio albums released so far, she has put out 4 re-recorded versions after the rights to her back catalog were bought against her will in 2019. However, in May, she announced she had bought back the rights to her first 6 albums, ending the long-running legal wrangle. She wrote on her website, "All of the music I've ever made now belongs to me. I've been bursting into tears of joy, ever since I found out this is really happening. To say this is my greatest dream come true is actually being pretty reserved about it. I can't thank you enough for helping to reunite me with this art that I've dedicated my life to, but have never owned until now." However, there was a moment that caught the NFL's attention, enough so to punish the former Cincinnati Bearcats tight end a week before the big game. With roughly 2 minutes left in the second quarter, Patrick Mahomes ran it into the end zone from 1 yard out to give the Chiefs a 21-10 lead. After the play, Kelsey got in the faces of Bills safety Damar Hamlin and Cole Bishop got before the three exchanged a few words. Then, Buffalo defensive tackle Jordan Phillips came over to Kelsey and bumped into him. For the taunt, Kelsey was fined $11,255 for unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting. But he wasn't the only player from the AFC Championship game that was fined. Phillips was hit with a lower penalty of $6,722 for his unnecessary roughness, use of the helmet, the only player that was penalized by the officials for the second quarter incident. Bills linebacker Matt Milano received a $11,255 fine for a separate unnecessary roughness, face mask, late in the fourth quarter. This is not the first time the NFL has fined Kelsey during the 2024 season. He was hit with a $14,069 penalty for his field goal dunk celebration, which came after he broke Tony Gonzalez's record for the most receiving touchdowns in franchise history. Kelsey and the Chiefs will look to pull off the first-ever three-peat in NFL history as they face the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59 on February 9 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Wes Bergman, a frequent reality TV contestant, is Kelsey's neighbor in Kansas City. He's an enigma. On one hand, he's like this big, tough football player, Bergman said on the Social Game podcast. On the other, he's going to have about 12 Taylor Swift songs written about him. Bergman said that because he lives so close to Kelsey, he witnessed the relationship with Swift in its earliest stages. Okay, and on that note, I was like the first person to know about any of this stuff and I tried to tell this woman a long time ago, he said referring to host Michelle Fitzgerald. They are together, just so you know, and she didn't believe it. Bergman said Swift and Kelsey were together for roughly 6 months before they went public with their relationship. Swift confirmed that this was the case. She said her relationship with Kelsey began after he shouted her out on his podcast, New Heights. This all started when Travis very adorably put me on blast on his podcast, which I thought was metal as hell, she told Time. We started hanging out right after that. So we actually had a significant amount of time that no one knew, which I'm grateful for, because we got to get to know each other. She said she would never have a first date at as a public venue as an NFL game. By the time I went to that first game, we were a couple, she said. I think some people think that they saw our first date at that game. We would never be psychotic enough to hard launch a first date. Some sources have claimed Swift and Kelsey have discussed marriage, to the reported delight of his family. A source told Page 6 that Kelsey's family would love to see Taylor and Travis spend their lives together. Swift's family reportedly gets along well with the Kelceys, and they can tell that the pair are happy together. Taylor Swift didn't leave a rental house for a year after Kim Kardashian drama. I didn't trust anyone. They've never seen Travis so happy with a girlfriend before, the insider said. It helps that Swift is a major celebrity, meaning that she is not using Kelsey for his wealth or fame. They know Taylor isn't using Travis for his fame and that she truly loves and cares about him for who he is. Read the original article from. As first reported by ESPN's Dan Graziano, the commissioner's office on Wednesday informed teams the NFL salary cap will be raised to somewhere between $277.5 million to $281.5 million for the 2025 season. That's a dramatic rise from the $255.4 million salary cap teams faced in 2024 and a $53 million increase over the last 2 seasons. In its letter announcing the new salary cap, the NFL explained that a firm figure is not yet finalized because of few deferment options that are being presented to the NFL Players Association. A final figure could be worked out over the next week or so. Generally speaking, the league's salary cap is based on a 48% player share of football-related income and then divided by the number of NFL teams, 32. Several NFL teams should be celebrating the move, although none more than the Kansas City Chiefs, who were facing a number of cap casualties heading into the off-season. Travis Kelce remains under contract as he ponders retirement, but now the reigning AFC champions stand a much better chance at keeping Pro Bowl right guard Trey Smith regardless of the star tight end's decision. Furthermore, Chiefs general manager Brett Veach could have more flexibility to address pressing needs at right and left tackle, as well as a lucrative extension offer for elite cornerback Trent McDuffie. And it's not just the league's bigger fish that have reason to rejoice. Rebuilding NFL teams such as the New York Giants and Jets as well as the New England Patriots now have even more cap room to work with as they retool their depleted rosters. No team currently has more cap space than the Patriots, who have more than $120 million to spend in free agency. The Las Vegas Raiders rank second with more than $95 million, while the resurgent Washington Commanders come in third at more than $80 million. In addition to Smith, who is expected to be coveted by a number of teams, other top free agents include Baltimore Ravens left tackle Ronnie Staley, New York Jets cornerback DJ Reed, Tampa Bay Buccaneers receiver Chris Godwin and Minnesota Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins was expected to be the top prize, but is once again expected to receive the franchise tag, tying him to the Queen City for another season. Kansas City Chiefs are in their initial lows in the season and their record stands at 1-2, indicating significant concern among fans and critics. In this bumpy beginning, one incident has received some publicity, an act played by a tight end Travis Kelce and head coach Andy Reid in their Week 3 game against the New York Giants. Chris Jones, the defensive leader, has come out in support of Kelce, stressing the competitive vibe behind their exchange. Chris Jones defends Travis Kelce after heated exchange with Andy Reid. Chris Jones, the Chiefs' defensive tackle and an important leader for the team, talked about the sideline incident involving Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. After the game against the New York Giants, Jones shared his thoughts with reporters, aligning with Reid's perspective on Kelce's actions. He mentioned that Travis is a fierce competitor. Sometimes in the heat of battle, emotions show. Sometimes we have confrontations, whether it's with coaches or players, but I think it's all out of competitive spirit. Jones mentioned that he was defending Kelce's enthusiasm, pointing out that these moments come from a strong desire to win, not from any underlying problems. The Kansas City Chiefs started the 2025 season under a lot of scrutiny. Following their heavy loss in the last Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles, analysts began to question if the dynasty led by Patrick Mahomes was losing its edge. The offense raised big doubts during the 2024 regular season, and those issues have persisted. The squad kicked off 2025 with a 1-2 record. They only managed to snag a win in Week 3 against the New York Giants, but that game faced a lot of backlash for its poor performance from both teams. In their defeats, the Los Angeles Chargers really took control in Week 1, proving they were the better team. Then in Week 2, the Philadelphia Eagles took them down again, with the game ending on an interception from a pass that went right through Travis Kelce's fingers. On the offensive side, Patrick Mahomes has taken on almost all the responsibility, throwing for 3 touchdowns and running for 2 in the first 3 games. The support from wide receivers has been pretty lacking, except for Tyquan Thornton, who's been a standout. Thornton tops the team with 171 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, giving some much-needed stability to a unit that's been all over the place. The Kansas City Chiefs are in a bit of a bind with their 1-2 start, and their next game is crucial. They'll be hosting the Baltimore Ravens, with quarterback Lamar Jackson at the helm, on Sunday. The Ravens, who also have a 1-2 record, are stepping into this game as the clear favorites under head coach John Harbaugh. Also read, 2005 NFL MVP Shaun Alexander and wife Valerie excitedly announced their 14th child. This game is a vital opportunity for the Chiefs to turn things around this season, but it also underscores the urgency to tackle their offensive struggles and ensure team unity. Taylor Swift is showing fans how to live the life of a showgirl. On September 30th, Spotify opened a special pop-up experience in New York to celebrate the singer's 12th studio album, which drops on October 3rd. Bustle got a sneak preview of the pop-up, and of course, my magnifying glass was out. Spotify's pop-up offered a glimpse into Swift's life on the road, starting with her dressing room, which was filled with all the costumes, makeup, and trinkets needed to get ready for a show. The backstage area included more props, plus an exclusive clip of Swift talking about reuniting with Max Martin and Shellback for the new album. Naturally, all roads lead to the stage, as well as a bonus room celebrating Swift's upcoming music video for The Fate of Ophelia. In true Swift fashion, numerous Easter eggs were hidden throughout all the rooms, hinting at potential lyrics, themes, and motifs from the life of a showgirl. There were also many photo opportunities, allowing you to look like a showgirl. The pop-up experience is open to fans through October 2nd, and entry is first come, first served. But if you can't make it in person to New York, Bustle is decoding all of the potential Easter eggs that may hint at what's to come on the life of a showgirl. The event featured several megaphones, a device that Swift also used in her recent Target commercial. However, one small megaphone hanging on a wardrobe rack stood out, as it was stamped with the words, "I heard you calling." Perhaps this is a lyric to look out for, and a Christmas ornament to buy over the holidays. Scattered throughout the dressing room are several maroon, a Midnight's reference, envelopes that are labeled with, "Happy Valentine's Day," in Swift's signature handwriting. One fan immediately remembered that Travis Kelce reportedly wrote Swift a Valentine's Day card, among other sweet gifts, leading fans to speculate that it could be either a lyrical reference or a sweet nod to her fiancé. The vanity desks feature multiple jewelry trays full of loose pearls, which could point to many showgirl tracks, and opal gems, which are an apparent reference to opalite. As some fans have already noted, opal is Kelsey's birthstone, a hint that the song could be a love letter to him. Swift's vanity tables were littered with tons of products that showgirls would use to get ready for a show, specifically false lashes, hairbrushes, and handheld mirrors, all of which could also serve as lyrical inspiration. One of the mirrors on Swift's vanity had, "Keep It 100" written in bold showgirl orange highlighter. As all TV shippers know, the singer's lucky number 13 and Kelsey's jersey number 87 add up to 100, likely making this a reference to their love story, pun intended. Kelsey has also said this mantra before, but of course, there's always a chance that it could be a new lyric. In the backstage area, Swift hid a vintage book about Shakespeare's Hamlet heroine Ophelia above one of her speakers, all of which were labeled as number 13, of course. This is not only a nod to Showgirl's opening song, The Fate of Ophelia, but a nice way to spotlight the ill-fated character. Above the Showgirl photo booth, there's a theater-like marquee that reads, "Oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me," which seems too lyrical not to be a new lyric. The same line is also written in lipstick on a dressing room mirror, a trick that the late Elizabeth Taylor also used. Therefore, it would make sense that the lyric comes from the track named after the legendary actor. Swift shouted out her era's tour crew by having her female dancers and band members pose for black and white headshots that were displayed in the backstage area. While it's a lovely tribute, the photos are a little too specific, meaning they could be an Easter egg of sorts. Taylor Swift always has some tricks up her sleeve. The singer even confirmed as much on September 24th, when she announced a new Target-exclusive vinyl of her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, which drops on October 3rd. "A showgirl knows to save some of her best tricks for the grand finale," she wrote. Naturally, this sent the fans into overdrive as they began to investigate what she meant. The past week has been filled with numerous announcements leading up to the album, including Spotify's showgirl-themed pop-up experience, Swift's upcoming appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and the release of limited edition, signed copies on her website. However, fans think she still has something bigger in store for her grand finale. With her past two albums, Swift had a nocturnal surprise just hours after album release, releasing Midnight's 3 a.m. edition, with extra bonus tracks at 3 a.m. in 2022, then revealing that the Tortured Poets Department was a double album in 2024, dropping the anthology at 2 a.m. Therefore, some fans think she'll complete the 3-2-1 countdown with Showgirl, making a big announcement at 1 a.m. However, this wouldn't involve more new music. When she announced The Life of a Showgirl on Fiancé Travis Kelce's New Heights podcast, Swift was very clear that the album features 12 tracks, and that's it. There's no other song. With just a few days left to go until the release of the pop star's new album, Swifties think that they have retroactively discovered a moment where Swift's now fiancé dropped an Easter egg about the project weeks before it was even announced. The clue in question has to do with the phrase, "Keep it 100, which appears on the back of a handheld mirror fans found Tuesday, September 30th, on the first day of Spotify's new The Life of a Showgirl pop-up in New York City. The phrase, which means being authentic and truthful, per dictionary.com, possibly relates to a lyric on one of the songs on Swift's new LP, which drops on Friday, October 3rd. Spotify promised that the pop-up would give fans the chance to discover hidden Easter eggs, all inspired by the album. But, "Kept It 100" was also used by Kelsey in a July post on Instagram. Sharing a batch of never-before-seen photos of himself and his then-girlfriend having fun over the summer, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end wrote in the caption at the time, "Had some adventures this off-season, kept it 100." It didn't take long for fans to connect the mirror inside the Spotify pop-up back to Kelsey's months-old post. "He dropped an Easter egg before the album was even announced, OMG," one person wrote on X, sharing side-by-side photos of the clues. "Oh, so Travis has been upgraded to an elite Easter egg dropper, huh?" another fan posted. The "Keep It 100" mirror is just one of many fascinating objects Swifties have been finding at Spotify's Life of a Showgirl immersive experience, which will be open to fans through Thursday, October 2nd. Fans have also reported seeing "Happy Valentine's Day" notes, loose jewelry, and what appears to be a lyric, "Oftentimes it doesn't feel glamorous to be me," scrawled on a mirror inside of the pop-up. And while there's no telling which other Easter eggs Kelsey may have personally dropped leading up to the release of The Life of a Showgirl, we already know he's been essential to the album's rollout in other ways. Swift first announced the project via an appearance on the Football Players' New Heights podcast with brother Jason Kelce, and Travis has kept fans wanting more with hints about the album's sound. "I know," Taylor mentioned, "that it's gonna be a lot more pop beats, but it's just still so poetic in her melodies and her references and stuff," the Happy Gilmore 2-star said on another episode of New Heights. "It's just so much fun to listen to, man. I've been dancing all throughout the house." The conundrum of the Chiefs' 2025 season is both as old as football and entirely unlike any situation the NFL has seen before. Consider several factors, all true at the same time, each tethered to all the others. He is one of Patrick Mahomes' best friends, one of Andy Reid's all-time favorites, and beloved across the kingdom. He will turn 36 on October 5th. He is no longer the consistent, dominant superstar last seen in full throughout the 2022 season. And, while his on-field play continues to diminish, his celebrity only continues to amplify. The Patriots sustained their dynasty by making the most difficult decisions that franchises can confront. Even superstars were cut without fanfare, hand-wringing, or the ability to leave football on their terms. This cold-blooded approach came to define that reign. In the Chiefs' dynastic run, they've mostly taken a similar route to greatness. But Kelsey, his age, his ability, and his fame have all combined to present an entirely different calculus this season. Reid maintains his tight end is still a big part of the team's offensive scheme. Mahomes continues to spiral passes toward his favorite target. Kelsey, at times but not often through the first quarter of this season, can resemble iterations of his peak self. Even then, his individual statistics continue to decline. This happens. Last year, Pro Football Focus graded Kelsey at 71.7 overall, the lowest mark of his career. His yards per reception, 8.5, and yards per route run, 1.49, also marked career lows. His 823 receiving yards were his lowest total since his second season. His volume of targets remained high, but his efficiency continued to fall. This season marked the first time that PFF ranked a teammate, suspended wide receiver Rashee Rice, ahead of Kelsey as Mahomes' top target. The last time that happened, before 2021, Tyreek Hill was still dashing past defenders in KC. After 4 weeks in 2025, among tight ends, Kelsey ranks 8th in receptions, 15, 5th in yards, 182, 8th in touchdowns, albeit with 1 score, 7th in targets, 22, 6th in yards per reception, 12.1, 5th in yards after catch per reception, 7.5, and 30th in drops, 0, all per PFF. There's value there, undoubtedly. Anyone who wants to immerse themselves in 30 minutes of negativity should search Travis Kelce on social media. Read that stuff, none of it significant, and you'd think he'd never played football well before. This season is not that. That said, Kelsey ranks 3rd among tight ends in pass snaps, a high total for what those snaps have yielded. His passer rating when targeted is 18th, which signals that perhaps Mahomes has forced, or been forced to force, too many attempts his way. And Kelsey's average depth of target is 24th, only 5.7 yards, which is an expected victory for Father Time. Add all of this up, and the Chiefs' conundrum reveals itself more fully. Understand these things up front, each also in relation to the others. Travis Kelce is a bona fide worldwide celebrity. This means virtually nothing in relation to his on-field decline. The exception is public comments Kelsey made after the 2024 season, in which he admitted to GQ that he wasn't as prepared at its outset, due to off-field commitments, as he typically had been. There's no reason to place any blame on his relationship with Taylor Swift. He's not even the only all-time great Chiefs tight end to end a luminous career this way. Many consider Tony Gonzalez, who played 12 seasons in Kansas City and 17 in the NFL, the best tight end in history. His final year, 121 targets, 83 catches, 859 yards, 8 touchdowns. Juxtapose those numbers with Kelsey's from last season, 133, 97, 823, 3. Perhaps this conundrum in KC owes to nothing more than 1 year too many. Perhaps. This is a column about context, which matters in the NFL, which matters to everyone in the NFL, and yet, hardly seems to register with millions of football addicts. They seem content to live in the extremes that oddly define pro football and hold zero significance in regard to in-game results. Bill Parcells pegged that right a million years ago. It's disaster or euphoria, nothing in between. Understand that Travis Kelce is not a geriatric. His pop star fiancé Taylor Swift is not driving his on-field downfall. There are, right now, NFL decision-makers who would account for his gaudy resume, who would play Kelce because he earned it, 9 Pro Bowl nods, 4 AP First-Team All-Pro honors, 3 AP Second-Team All-Pro selections and, most importantly, 3 Super Bowl championships. The Chiefs do not have to be one of those franchises. Only the most spoiled members of the kingdom would blame them if they were. Kelce is, simply, a 36-year-old tight end nearing the end of his career, who maybe should have ended it already. Even before the Chiefs' last Super Bowl triumph, in LVII 2 seasons ago, the tight end told Sports Illustrated that he understood he wouldn't play 15 more years or even 5. "I'm going to do this until I can't anymore," he said then. Anyone who saw The Kingdom, the excellent docuseries on the Chiefs, their history, and last season, could also see that the team itself understands the calculus at play. Like when Mahomes, after a stretch of ugly victories so long he grew exasperated with explaining them, notes during a practice that the football gods seem intent on testing Kansas City. Mahomes is saying that sustaining winning football in a league designed to limit sustained excellence is, well, nearly impossible. This is supposed to happen. The details are different for each dynasty. In 2024, in Kansas City, general manager Brett Veach bet on Rice, betting that he would become a true number 1 receiver and flourish with Mahomes. For 3 games, Veach was right. Rice led the league in receptions, ranked 2nd in receiving yards and caught 2 touchdowns. A true number 1, Veach told SI in late 2024. Then Rice got hurt in late September and missed the rest of the season. Then, in March, he was involved in a multi-car, high-speed crash, for which Rice pleaded guilty to 2 third-degree felony charges, was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 5 years of probation, and received a 6-game suspension from the NFL. Much consternation roiled after Kelsey's mistakes in the season's first 2 weeks. In Week 2, another defeat, vanquished again by the Eagles, Kelsey dropped one late pass attempt near the goal line, which Philly intercepted. The NFL also fined Kelsey nearly $15,000 for an obscene gesture he made on the sideline that evening. In Week 3, Kansas City won for the first time this season, albeit amid one of the ugliest football games this season. There's no reason to apologize for that. But, on that afternoon against the Giants, TV cameras captured Kelsey and Reid arguing on the sideline. Reid even appeared to bump into his tight end. Both men played down the confrontation afterward. They were neither wrong nor lying, this happens all the time. Even then, anyone adding up Kelsey's negative impact on Kansas City's season had another bullet point to add to their arsenal. In 3 weeks, Kelsey skeptics could argue he cost KC 2 games and nearly screwed up another. This argument lacked context, too. Kelsey graded out among Kansas City's best performers that day, which said more about how the team performed than how he did: 4 catches, 26 receiving yards. To pin 3 games of struggles on Kelsey was also unfair. Rice has now served 2/3 of his league suspension. The Chiefs were absent Worthy's speed. The offensive scheme from Week 1 to Week 4 can best be described as being in triage mode. Which is why last Sunday mattered, and not just for the beatdown Kansas City handed Baltimore but for the nuance that victory provided. Worthy returned to the lineup. Kelsey turned in his most productive game yet, 5 catches, 48 yards, but in 65.8% of the Chiefs' offense snaps, his lowest percentage played this season. Mahomes found 4 separate players for touchdowns. The point: KC needed less from Kelsey, and he produced more. That's the way that football works. Imagine what the Chiefs will look like when Rice does return. As Tony Romo noted on Sunday's broadcast, Kansas City has never had its top 3 targets going into last season: Rice, Kelsey, Marquise, Hollywood, Brown, active for the same game. They're now 21 games into that experiment, plus last season's playoffs. That's not normal. And that's not Kelsey's fault either. None of the relevant context excuses Kelsey's outsized mistakes this season. Nor does any of it mean he won't contribute to another deep Chiefs playoff run. When SI reached out to 4 Chiefs sources about Kelsey last week, none of them seemed panicked. All seemed intent on avoiding the awkwardness inherent in this calculus. When SI asked 4 AFC personnel executives to analyze Kelsey's play in relation to Kansas City's less-than-impressive start, all 4 described a diminished player. But 3 of the 4 said, independently, that public opinion placed far too much blame on the tight end. It's not like they are relying on him to win games by himself anymore, one AFC general manager noted. When SI asked 3 Chiefs diehards, and 1 bandwagon KC fan, what to make of Kelsey and this season, the answers presented a wide range of opinions. One attributed the start to an overly complicated scheme lacking sufficient key players to make it work effectively. One noted Kelsey as the least awkward person ever, and his play this season as kinda expected. One said he wished KC would move on. Another described a typical aging athlete whose body can no longer do what his mind tells him anymore. Kelsey may continue to start in Kansas City, but his role continues to dwindle. Nonetheless, he still remains critical to another Chiefs playoff run. The less Mahomes must rely on him, the better that Kelsey will play, and the more central he'll become. It's also quite possible that Kansas City's offense will continue to endure injury after injury. This pattern began in early 2024 and hasn't abated since. In that scenario, the executives believe that Kelsey's diminishing impact will be more obvious. Perhaps that would force Reid, Mahomes, and Veach to consider alternatives. Just don't make 2 close losses to good teams by a combined 9 points and 1 exceptionally ugly win, all 3 played with a short-handed roster, into the date that another football dynasty began to die. Nor should the 37-20 triumph over Baltimore be fashioned into some sure sign that Kansas City will return to its 4th consecutive Super Bowl. Can't everyone relax? Of course not. That's not how pro football and all of its surrounding machinery works. Please, understand this, since the start of Kansas City's run under Reid, Mahomes and, yes, Kelsey, the Chiefs have proven themselves to be professional football's most adaptable team. Perhaps this run, with this core, will end in 2025. Maybe it will continue. But anyone betting against that very adaptability might want to let more of the season unfold before making any bold determinations. Adam Sandler only has a blank space for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift when it comes to marriage advice. While the comedian has been married to Jackie Sandler for over 22 years, he's admittedly not an advice giver to his Happy Gilmore 2 co-star and the Karma singer, who announced their engagement in August. He's all good, Adam exclusively told E! News at the September 29th New York Film Festival premiere of Netflix's J. Kelly. He loves her more than anything, just like I love my wife more than anything. Besides, Adam noted that the goal in any relationship is to be happy together, be yourself together. That's where they're at, he added of Travis and Taylor, and that's where me and my girl are at. Indeed, Adam has been enchanted by the couple's love story. In fact, he recently told Travis that any time Taylor is laughing with you, my whole F-kin family is high-fiving. You being together, Adam gushed on the August 28th episode of New Heights. That photo of when you first started dating, my family was like, yes. Look how good they are together. He's a gentleman. And she's having so much fun with him. Plus, Taylor holds a special place in the Saturday Night Live alum's heart. What a girl, effused Adam, who shares daughters Sadie, 19, and Sonny, 16, with his longtime wife. She means so much to our house. The kids were little and we were listening to Taylor Swift. It was one of the first times that you listened to every song on the record. And that's how the 59-year-old became a Swiftie. I love listening to her in the car, Adam continued. I love what she has to say. Every message. Every melody. The production. What she meant to young girls, what she means to women, what she means to guys doing the right thing in life. For more about why Taylor and Travis' relationship hits different, keep reading. Long before Taylor Swift's attendance at the Kansas City Chiefs' September 24, 2023 game became one of the definitive pop culture moments of the year, Travis Kelce was an admirer of the Grammy winner. The star tight end's interest in Taylor was first revealed by one of his teammates in a TikTok video posted by the Chiefs in August 2023, which, in hindsight, was when the pair were secretly dating. Before Travis could answer the prompt of who his celebrity crush was, wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling spilled, Taylor Swift. Travis smiled at the camera before holding his finger up to his mustache, saying, "All right now." Plus, Travis was just one of many celebs to attend Taylor's record-breaking Eras tour even before the now-engaged duo kicked off their romance. But more on that enchanting moment in a bit. While he does have that daydream look in his eyes, especially when he sees Taylor on the big screen at one of his games, Travis stands out a bit when you look back at Taylor's dating history. She is typically attracted to creative types, including actors, Joe Alwyn, Jake Gyllenhaal, Taylor Lautner and Tom Hiddleston, and musicians, Calvin Harris, John Mayer, Harry Styles and, most recently, Matty Healy. But perhaps that's why her romance with the light-hearted and cheeky athlete, who signed an updated 2-year deal with the Chiefs worth $34.25 million in 2024, feels like such a refreshing option for Taylor after her 6-year uber-private relationship with Joe came to an end in April 2023. Looks like the 10-time Pro Bowler's wishes came true after he all but manifested his romance with the superstar through sheer will, determination and declarations of infatuation. Travis publicly aired his failed attempt to shoot his shot and talk to Taylor when he attended the Kansas City stop on her Eras tour July 7, 2023. As it turns out, he had a special gift for her, a friendship bracelet bearing his number that he hoped to give Taylor. He wouldn't definitively say if it was his jersey number or phone number. Despite his claim that he was disappointed he failed to meet her after the concert, Taylor confirmed to Time in December 2023 that she belatedly caught his podcast pass. Travis very adorably put me on blast on his podcast, which I thought was metal. Since dating Travis, Taylor has been seen in public more frequently, including outings with friends in NYC and jubilant appearances at award shows, like the 2023 MTV VMAs and the 2024 Grammys. But her most talked about appearance? Sitting in Travis' suite at the Chiefs' September 24, 2023 home game against the Chicago Bears. Rather than shy away from the attention, Taylor cheered and screamed, "Let's F-King go," when Travis scored a touchdown. Like the public, even Travis admitted he was caught off guard by Taylor accepting his invite. "Shout out to Taylor for pulling up, that was pretty ballsy," Travis said days later on his New Heights podcast. "I just thought it was awesome how everyone in the suite had nothing but great things to say about her, the friends and family. She looked amazing," he added. "It was definitely a game I will remember, that's for damn sure." Since then, Taylor and Travis have been photographed hand-in-hand on dates all around the world and have made multiple visits to a Christmas bar in Kansas City, where they were not shy about PDA. And, after revealing to Time that she retreated from the spotlight when Kim Kardashian's infamous leaked phone call in 2016, Taylor is going out tonight, and every night, if she wants to, "Thank you very much. Life is short," she said. "Have adventures. Me locking myself away in my house for a lot of years, I'll never get that time back. I'm more trusting now than I was 6 years ago." While Travis isn't afraid to spill some tea on his September 27, 2023 podcast regarding his interactions with Taylor, he still expressed his boundaries about addressing his personal life moving forward. "I know I brought all this attention to me," he explained. "I did the whole friendship bracelet thing and told everyone how butthurt I was that I didn't get to meet Taylor." However, he continued, he didn't plan to give a full play-by-play of their relationship. "What's real is that it is my personal life and I want to respect both of our lives," he explained. "I'm enjoying life and I sure as hell enjoyed this weekend. So everything moving forward, I think me talking about sports and saying, 'alright nah,' will have to be where I keep it." He doubled down on his desire to play it cool in a November 2023 interview with the Wall Street Journal. "Everybody around me telling me, 'Don't fuck this up.' And me sitting here saying, 'Yeah, got it,'" he told the outlet, before addressing the media attention. "That was the biggest thing to me, make sure I don't say anything that would push Taylor away." But that doesn't mean he's been able to resist publicly talking about his girlfriend, crediting her for the boost in sales of his jersey and calling her amazing after she was booed by New England Patriots fans at a December 2023 game. "I've never been a man of words," he admitted to Wall Street Journal. "Being around her, seeing how smart Taylor is, has been F-King mind-blowing. I'm learning every day." Like Taylor, who is close with her parents, particularly her mother Andrea, Travis hails from a tight-knit fam, including his parents Ed and Donna Kelsey. Donna became a beloved public figure as the first mother to have two sons playing against each other in a Super Bowl, when Travis faced off against his older brother, Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelce, in the big game in February 2023. For all the stars to align and for them to get through high school and college and the pros. And for them to both play in the Pro Bowl and to play in the Super Bowl, and then for this to happen, Donna told ET at the time. "This is just like a dream come true. I can't express enough how special this is for the family and it's just crazy." Donna, who was married to Ed for 25 years before they divorced, supported both of her sons by wearing a half-black, half-red Eagles and Chiefs jacket. After the Super Bowl, which saw the Chiefs best the Eagles, Travis and Jason got emotional while reflecting on sharing the experience with Donna. "The moment I saw Mom is when I got really emotional," Jason said on the brothers' New Heights podcast. "It was so awesome, she was on top of the world for a week. She was the heavyweight champ man," Travis added. "She was on top of it, and she shined the whole time." Like Taylor and her younger brother Austin Swift, Travis has a special bond with his older brother Jason, who inspired him to play football. In addition to their impressive careers as NFL players, Travis and Jason launched their podcast New Heights in September 2022, a project that has only strengthened their relationship and their bank accounts. What this did was gave us a scheduled 2 to 3 hour window where we have to talk to each other and we have to talk about what we're going throughout the week and throughout the games, Travis told NBC Sports in February 2023. It's almost been like therapy, man. Sure, the pair technically never met until 2023, but there have been a few invisible strings tying them together. Taylor and Travis both count Miles Teller as a friend, with the Top Gun Maverick star and his wife Kelly Sperry even being recruited by Taylor to star in the music video for I Bet You Think About Me, off Red, Taylor's version, in 2021. Travis, meanwhile, joined Miles and Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes for golfing practice ahead of the American Century Championship in 2022. Miles tweeted a photo of himself on the golf course with the athletes, writing, "Grip it and rip it." Travis proved the bromance was real when he reposted the shot and added, "Back at it like we never left." Interestingly enough, Miles is a noted diehard Philadelphia Eagles fans, so perhaps he put in a word with Jason to broker an IRL meetup between Travis and Taylor? While Taylor attended the September 24, 2023 game solo, she brought an entourage of celebrity friends with her when she attended the Chiefs matchup against the New York Jets at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium on October 1. She was accompanied by BFFs Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and his friend Hugh Jackman, as well as Sophie Turner, Sabrina Carpenter and Queer Eye's Anthony Porowski. While their attendance at the game spoke volumes, even more telling was Ryan following Travis on Instagram. Not only has Travis played in 4 Super Bowls, winning 3 of them, NBD, but he's also hosted Saturday Night Live, so you know he can handle intense spotlight with ease. That may seem trivial, but Taylor has penned several songs regarding her fear that her level of fame could prove to be too much for her romantic partner to handle. See Peace and The Archer. It all depends who you're with, Taylor said if they have a serious issue with it, I guess you'll hide or whatever, but I don't really like that, because it makes me feel like I'm running from the law or something. I don't want to feel like a fugitive, like, my God, we're having a relationship, better hide. I feel like if you can be in a relationship and have it seem normal, that would be good. And in his Wall Street Journal interview, Travis proved he's more than ready for the pressure that comes with being married to someone as powerful as Taylor. Obviously, I've never dated anyone with that kind of aura about them, I've never dealt with it, he said. But at the same time, I'm not running away from any of it. The scrutiny she gets, how much she has a magnifying glass on her, every single day, paparazzi outside her house, outside every restaurant she goes to, after every flight she gets off, and she's just living, enjoying life, he added. When she acts like that, I better not be the one acting all strange. Further proving their love is worthy of a rom-com treatment, fans were swooning after a concertgoer captured video of Taylor running into Travis' arms and exchanging a passionate kiss after performing in Argentina in November 2023. And that was after she changed the lyrics in Karma from "the guy on the screen" to "the guy on the Chiefs," much to Travis' surprise as he attended alongside her father, Scott Swift. Turning out for one another's stadium takeovers, Taylor attended 13 Chiefs games her first season with Travis, traveling straight from her Tokyo show to make the Super Bowl, is a show of how serious their relationship is. I'm going to see him do what he loves, we're showing up for each other, other people are there and we don't care, Taylor told Time of their public support. The opposite of that is you have to go to an extreme amount of effort to make sure no one knows that you're seeing someone. And we're just proud of each other. And if her presence at the NFL games annoys you, well, Taylor can't even be bothered to have bad blood with you. There's a camera, like, a half-mile away, and you don't know where it is, and you have no idea when the camera is putting you in the broadcast, so I don't know if I'm being shown 17 times or once, she said. I'm just there to support Travis. I have no awareness of if I'm being shown too much and pissing off a few dads, Brads, and Chads. There's nothing spooky about this Halloween house. Swifties in New Orleans have updated their annual Halloween display to include Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift. Check it out, the Skeleton House, as it's nicknamed, shows Travis Skels getting down on one knee in front of a floral arch. The skeleton is dressed in a black top while Skeleton Taylor's adorned in a black and white striped dress, a blonde wig and her signature red lip. The Swifties in charge of the awesome display also made a play on the Kansas City Chiefs, naming them the Kansas Swiftie Chiefs. Looks like this skeleton couple will be each other's booze forever, and not even death will let them part. This house is clearly full of Swifties. 'Cause they also created a display of Taylor from different eras to pay tribute to her career. Now that's sweeter than a full-sized candy bar. As you know, the real-life Tay and Trav got engaged over the summer, surrounded by a stunning display of florals. Travis has gushed over the special moment, revealing he cried while asking for the global superstar's hand in marriage, and recently confirmed they are in wedding planning mode. Taylor has kept tight-lipped about their engagement, but we're sure it fulfilled her wildest dreams. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced their engagement on August 26, and a source speaking with Us Weekly on Friday says that wedding plans have commenced. It's still in the very early planning stages. There is no venue or location set yet, said the insider, adding that the event is likely going to be early next year. She is having so much fun researching venues and locations, the source added. She's in the ideation phase and enjoying it because she's so creative. But the bride is also very far from settling on some of the bigger points, like what she will be wearing when she walks down the aisle. Nearly every major designer has reached out to offer to design her wedding gown, the inside explained. She has been so blown away and overwhelmed and flattered at the same time, but she hasn't made a decision. The added, they don't want to have a big, over-the-top wedding with a ton of people. It will be private with friends and family, not a ton of celebrities or random people. It will be meaningful, and they will be surrounded by people who are special to them. Though the couple is obviously quite famous, the insider stated that they are down-to-earth and normal, adding, they aren't the flashy people who want a $20 million fantasy wedding. She doesn't want the pomp and circumstance. It will be more intimate. Swift is also fairly busy right now as she gears up for the release of her next studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, in October. It was truly a maternal outing when Donna Kelsey, Andrea Swift and Randy Mahomes, moms to Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift and Patrick Mahomes, dined together at the Kansas City Chiefs players' new restaurant, 1587 Prime. In a new photo from the night out, which occurred earlier in the month, shared to Randy's September 30th Instagram story, the 49-year-old is all smiles as she poses alongside Andrea, 67 and Donna, 72, inside the newly opened Kansas City Steakhouse. Randy donned a white, button-up shirt vest for the occasion, while future mothers-in-laws Andrea and Donna both went for black shirts and gold necklaces. In fact, Randy and Donna are wearing the same outfits they wore in Randy's September 20th post where the Kansas City Chiefs moms posed at the restaurant holding vintage-style drawings of women in football jerseys. Randy captioned her post at the time, "Proud moms at 1587 Prime. Starting our collection with these keepsakes now. So blessed." After all, there has been much to celebrate. In August, Taylor and Travis announced their engagement, posting several sweet snaps to Instagram with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." And just because they're newly engaged doesn't mean that Donna isn't already clamoring for the two to have kids as soon as possible. As Travis' brother Jason Kelce joked on the September 22nd episode of their New Heights podcast, she's put some pressure on him. Despite the pressure, everyone has been busy celebrating the happy couple, with Donna even changing her Facebook banner to a side-by-side photo of Taylor and Travis in their elementary school days. And in the time since Travis began dating Taylor in 2023, he's come to notice all the elements the Midnight's artist and his mom have in common. Their kindness, their genuineness, their ability to say hello to everyone in the room, Travis said of their shared traits in an August interview with GQ. Their ability to show love and support no matter what. And on top of that, their work ethic. The tight end also got emotional as he noted his mother's perseverance, something he also sees in Taylor. "I saw my mother reach goals that she had set for herself, go from being a teller to working all the way up in the KeyBank building," he continued. "I've seen Taylor do the exact same thing of setting goals for herself and exceeding the expectations and really captivating the world in that regard." For a look back at Travis and Taylor's love story, keep reading. The 13th-year veteran has seen his snap counts decrease each week this season. After playing in 84% of the Chiefs' offensive plays in the season-opening loss to the Chargers, Kelsey's snap counts were 77% in the loss to Philadelphia, 74% in the win over the Giants and only 66% in Sunday's victory against Baltimore. He gets mad at me, Reid said Monday, noting that 66% is probably a target number for Kelce, but it's my responsibility to make sure that we don't get too many reps in there, that we give him at least a blow here and there. He'd play every play if he had his choice. The team's oldest player other than long snapper James Winchester, the 35-year-old Kelsey isn't exactly getting mail from the AARP. So far this season, he has 182 yards and a touchdown on 15 receptions. He's also routinely generating quality yards after the catch, and he averages 8.3 yards each time Patrick Mahomes targets him. That's his best number in a season since it was 8.8 in 2022. I thought he really played well in both the run and pass game, Reid said after watching tape of the Chiefs' 37-20 win over Baltimore. He looked strong all the way through. He's in great shape right now. That's the important part. He came back, and he'd really trained hard and aggressive for this thing. He's such a big part of it. Not only his effort, but the mentality he comes into these games with, he's all in all the time. Kelsey was all in on a clutch reception late in the first half on Sunday. On 2nd and 10 from the Baltimore 40-yard line, the tight end lined up in the slot and fought through the center of the field to Hall in a 15-yard catch. Mahomes, who delivered a perfect touch pass under pressure, explained what he saw after the game. The one to Trav was cover 0, and then it's just about your guy winning a one-on-one, said Mahomes, who drifted in the pocket on the play to give himself the split second he needed before Kyle Hamilton popped him as he threw. And I will give my guys chances down the field. And Trav has shown for years that he can win those matchups. Winning that matchup set up an important Chiefs touchdown. 4 plays later, Mahomes found Isaiah Pacheco in the left flat for an 8-yard score, touchdown pass number 250 in the quarterback's regular season career. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have been staying super under the radar since the Super Bowl, but the couple fully spent Valentine's Day together and apparently Travis went all out. According to page 6, the Chiefs' tight end spent over $100,000 on lavish gifts including roses, candy, gold necklaces, diamond earrings, shoes and clothes. A source tells the outlet that Travis also wanted to include something extra personal, so he surprised Taylor with a handmade Valentine's Day card. They love making each other feel adored and special, and what better time to do that than Valentine's Day? Although they both have very busy schedules, it's important to both of them to take moments like this to show one another how much they mean in their lives. So, what's next for Trav and Tay? Apparently the pair are gearing up for a vacation and Travis might propose. A source tells Us Weekly that those close to them actually think Travis may do it while they're on vacation, and a second insider notes they are both on the same page about taking the next step.